here. The Gangplank's going to add a bunch of extra damage and slows to this. But Nautilus is also very defensive against potential dives we're going to see with Lethality Xayah. I think it is very likely going to be Lethality Xayah, as much as Atlas is rolling his eyes right now hearing that. And Rise pylons on the bottom side, where he's just going to realm warp down there with Poppy. Nautilus can root people under turret, try to trade back. Makes it very difficult to dive. He's got between his root and his hook a lot of peel on the bottom side of the map, so it's going to be very difficult for FREDIT BRION to just push Guma and Keria out of lane, grab early plates, and get massive advantages there. So I think this
sense as he has in the past. Let's jump out of the rift for game number 3. Check your runes, please.
Yeah, I hope they did. Because the moment that two players see each other, they will not be able to regame anymore.
Yep. Uh-oh. What? FREDIT BRION engaged, and the rest of the team did not follow up. So Umpty went in and had to flash away, and then they just gave first blood.
That was very poorly done, unfortunately, for FREDIT BRION.
That was almost like somebody wasn't ready, or the comms like weren't together. I don't know.
Yeah,
weird.
It's a flash for an ignite, but first blood does go over to the Gangplank. So guess what? Top side. Nobody has to guess. You already know the answer. Top side is going to be very tough. He picks up an extra longsword. I was like the only one who voted for him for POG. I was pretty sad. So that's the only reason why I remember that.
I wonder why they say jungle Lee Sin then, because I think it was recent, right? It was beginning of this week. Should be just Lee Sin and then 7-game winning streak instead of jungle Lee Sin. As never mind about that, we're trading flashes. And at the end of the day, Faker low on health, you know, trying to abuse the fact that Lava's trying to put that pressure on. Doesn't amount to too much, but they do trade flashes here.
Lava trying to hold this wave in a nice spot.
Oh, no. Morgan lulled into a false sense of security, and Owner will collect the free kill. Very, very nicely done by Owner.
Yeah, I mean, that is, you know, we've seen some really sick flash kicks from Owner, but he's like, I'm level 5. Have you seen my flash auto?
Not sure what happened here as Delight goes in, gets hooked. They try to get on top of Guma, but a double grab at him, and now Faker with Predator is going to get this taunt down. That is a dead Rakan. Umpty can do nothing about it, and now it's 3-0 for T1. Have some value there early on in this lane. As here comes Owner, has Keria nearby. Delight is here. Probably not going to even see this happening, so a lot of the bottom side of the map going the way of T1, alongside of course, that gank on the top side, so Owner already getting a lot of plays done and action for his team.
And, I mean, T1 have the better scaling comp for a lot of reasons. I mean, the Aphelios and Gangplank are two champions that do a lot of damage late in the game. But they also have Galio, who damage-wise doesn't scale as well, but utility-wise and how much he could do for you in a team fight, his taunt, his ultimate is massive scaling in terms of utility. And the value of this pick can be very strong if you have the damage to back it up. Sometimes you see this weak Galio late game because there is no damage, and Galio also doesn't do damage, but not to be the case this time around. Owner has 6.
Uh-oh. He does not have flash, but they are trying to set this up anyway. Kick not going to come in. Delight very nicely responds immediately. And he will be okay, but Owner could just come for another pass and continue to put pressure on here. As Zeus, speaking of pressure, has a call up against a call, but a Sheen against a Ruby Crystal. Definitely going to...
Turtled fight, but then also look to dive onto Morgan.
Oh, no. He's going to hop away, but...
Like, Owner could just take this and crash this right in if he chooses to, because Morgan, his Narvar is gone now. He is pushed away from this lane. And look where Zeus is going bottom side. They have to match the rotation. I'm a whole step ahead. And this is against a Realm Warp team comp. The Rise exists, but he's just not able to match the rotation. We'll stop them from getting more than just a few plates up here. But bottom side is free for the taking for Zeus.
Spotted the whole way, but it looks like T1 want to take the fight, but immediately Keria goes in, and the rest of them are like, well, we can't follow up on this cleanse flash from Guma just to get away, and even the Cannon Barrage, not enough to help him out.
So I guess the Realm Warp is going to work out here, Valdez, as T1 just do not respect it well enough. They were backing away, but backing away way too late. So it's a dead Keria. Guma losing both of his summoners, as you mentioned. Faker will not secure a plate. Lava did have teleport, so this is the power of Rise, man, and why he was one of the big votes. Obviously, it did go to Delight in game 1, but a lot of people voted for him too.
GALIO, even one for the Lee Sin. The Lee Sin, I feel like in the hands of, okay, this is not going to be spotted by Owner. He has to flash and then kick for safety.
Different kind of kick flash here.
True. As Faker now, he's got another idea in mind. Flash forced here by Umpty. And the hook onto Delight. But this is a Recon. Can they 100-0 him? No, they cannot, because Poppy, Umpty able to hit a couple of them out here. As now the lethality damage coming in from Henna. He's got a big blade caller, flashes in for that one, and he still can't get the damage done. The lethality just not enough against these two players. Unbelievable.
They're not
Faker
done
and
yet.
Owner gonna get away as Guma is sacrificed to the Wolves. Not able to get onto the right side of that blast plant, and I suppose Bro finally gets something.
Oh man,
the entire front line away, and Guma's like, what?
And then Henna comes over the wall here, has the heal to chase, and just barely is not able to take Owner out. His safeguard saves, and Faker gets a shield as well.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he was just denied. Could not actually get up to the other side there. I think it was Lava who hit the plant to push him in.
Not Carrier's fault. Just, yep, just got caught on the wrong side of that one. And yeah, I mean, the Dirk Zaya, not enough this early on in the game. Henna, of course, basically no items, but a fantastic play nonetheless. Another Drake does go the way of T1, as we do have Mountain Rift in this one. Mountain Soul going to be the choice, and both sides are going to love that. So a lot of fighting over that, no doubt. Carrier is going to get locked up by the Feathers. Umpty around, but they don't know exactly where Owner is. They don't want to overcommit.
Nice sidestep there from Carrier on the knockup as well. Goes to the left side. Who wins that trade?
Wow, first turret blood. Looks like he got all 5 plates too, so Zeus really getting a huge amount of value. Nice engage here as Owner's over the wall too. Morgan and Mininar gets caught, and huge amount of lockdown on the side of T1. You get rooted up double time by Carrier, and then you've got a GALIO follow up with the taunt. It's just a bit too much, and you really got to watch your step.
Man, Zeus almost saves that turret too, while he continues to push. And like, Owner was doing so much all at once because T1 have enough wave clear here mid to threaten the mid turret, so Lava can't try to punish Zeus with his Realm Warp. And Owner is between 2 lanes. He is both protecting Zeus, which pushes Morgan away. They have the choke point controlled. This is a very different fight than the last one where Poppy is able to ult the front line away.
It's going to be extremely difficult for FREDIT BRION to fight into this, so instead they will just give it away. Probably the right call. I don't think that trying to force through the choke against a Fed Gangplank and a Fed GALIO is any time going to be the right decision. So they're just going to hang out, farm it a bit more. They're spreading out. Actually had a nice little 1-3-1 going for just a moment. Here before this very crucial fight. This could be the straw that broke the camel's back in this one, as has been chip by chip, as that is a Poppy in the front here. Rise as well on the side, not really getting much value. Lava has to stopwatch and flash away. Here comes Delight on the follow-up, and Henna still not really doing too much damage. As now Guma, he's got a fantastic angle on the left side of this one, and that is just going to be another pick as the flash comes in from Guma. He's able to get it. Morgan hits nobody with that one, as Owner gets a little bit ahead of himself, but it's okay. Both junglers are down. T1 have total control at the moment. Probably are going to take this turret and the dragon.
I love how T1 played this. Like, this is the T1 we expected to see in all 3 games. We will get it at least in this 3rd one here. They've got a strong draft. They have good win conditions here. But the way they're playing this mid-game is aggressively, assertively, and they are not going to just sit back and wait for mistakes. And they're all stacked up. His Infernum damage in this choke point here is massive. Then switches to Gravitum to get a lockdown. He's got the utility guns he needs for a siege fight like this. And then Owner overextends. We'll just ignore that one because everything else about this was really great for T1.
Yeah, they got it down. It is a Mountain Drake and trade for the top turret, I suppose. Umpty trying to scrap together some of the enemy camps, whatever he can get here. Not really gonna do much else. And yeah, FREDIT BRION are definitely in a bit of a situation now, because if you consider their range in this game compared to...
But yeah, like the tanky Nautilus here, plus the Hex Drinker that Owner is building, they just know the Hen is not a big threat in this game, unfortunately. You know, he's low range. They have the tempo control. They have a Galio. If Hen is in range, it's probably his problem, not his success, actually.
Yeah.
So they're just building a little bit of magic resistance. If they can stem the bleeding from Lava's damage in these longer fights, they should feel pretty nice. As Morgan will get some damage done, but it's not going to be permanent.
In that direction.
And it's like, I see it. All right. I'll go. I know they're T1ing. You have to respond.
Trying to secure a blue buff. Can't do that. It's now a bit of a follow-up here, but Zeus, even he feels tanky with a thick health bar at this point in time. He's got the follow-up from the Galio. Not the cleanest fight here, but at the end of the day, T1 are just far ahead enough. His owner goes deep again and gets just assassinated. As if you get in range, it can be a little bit of an issue, as now FAKER going in. He's got some support from the artillery, which is Gumayusi at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 2-for-1. I guess it's FREDIT BRION successful Baron deny have smite for this exchange. So I think FREDIT BRION could have played this slower. Is okay.
Why? FAKER's alone. I don't think he realized that there were about 17 FREDIT BRION members here, including teleports. But if you're going to teleport bot and make sure, I mean, this is double teleport actually. So
Realm Warp's up, but they have to come real quick over here.
Yeah,
the Light has
FAKER, and now you might just give the Baron away.
The Light has ult.
Okay, let's see what Delight can do. He's over the wall. Nope, no
Can
chance.
they get out, though? But can they get out? Like, that's the question. Realm Warp's up. Delight's here. They don't know.
They know. They know now. That is a 4-man knockup, but no follow-up here. As Umpty thinking about getting over the wall. They do not commit to the Realm Warp. Not grouped up, it felt like, for that.
Yeah.
Even though level 8, or 13, rather, they could have potentially, but not going to risk it.
They were so close to punishing that. But T1 will, you know, the first T1 didn't work, the second T1's going to work here on the Baron. I think we just have to turn this into a verb because they do it all the time and they pull it off so consistently. As now the Maw Malmortius is done for owner here, so killing him is going to be a lot more complicated. FAKER sacrifice is not in vain. And I mean, FREDIT BRION, can you even win this fight? You do not have Realm Warp, you do not have Rakan ult. I think the call to try to use both those ults to punish T1 was correct, but because they failed, the consequences now T1 has Baron and Mountain Soul.
It's like one of those things, you know, it can't be seen as a loser's situation, but one of your options, you are taking a proactive.
Khan's flank there, like the Light was so ready, it's not off as okay, Lava.
Okay, gonna force it. The flash does come out, and that's going very deep just for a rise. It's not going to amount to too much, just a flash trade, which is going to be valuable for the side of T1, especially from ahead.
Don't think that, unfortunately, FREDIT BRION could try to force anything here, though, and the Mountain Soul is going to get so much value against this Xayah, who went Serpent's Fang expecting this. I do like that adaptation here, at least.
Steadfast Presence used, and so FAKER just gonna flash on top of this one. He knows he's got the backup in terms of damage now, so that is a dead Poppy. With the Baron looking to push and get as much as possible.
If there's no soul here, maybe this goes better, but it's Galio, he's very tanky, he has his own. Zeus got that extra kill. I think FREDIT BRION's had an intelligent draft and really cool ideas with this one. The execution this time around, I think, was their weakest of the three, and as a result, T1 just kind of stomping right now. There's not much else to say. So they're going to look for a second Baron. Choke points controlled.
Doing a good job of denying vision here. You see that Delight is, you know, in terms of tankiness, Umpty and Delight, they kind of have to be the ones that move forward as owner, looking for the assassination here, as Delight kind of just going in there. He's got some allies around the Cannon Barrage used, and they will push FREDIT BRION back. Tons of damage right now on the side of T1, and immaculate turn. I mean, when you just look at Galio and Nautilus even together, not to mention Barrels, Moonlight Vigil, Lee Sin, right?
Look at Zeus stand here with the barrel chain preset.
Just easily set up and just wait for the fight, or just take the Baron if they don't come in here. As waiting for that, okay, that's a gone Nautilus, is now just gonna try to burst this one down and then go for the turn. They take the Baron, in they go onto the Mega Gnar. The Gnar is not great, and Guma is just shelling out damage like a machine gun here, as the follow-up onto owner, pretty nice. A lot of damage there from the lethality onto him, at least, as Umpty on the run very fast with the Poppy. But at the end of the day, it's It's a trade, and T1 get the Baron. Still feeling good for them as Flash is traded here once again.
Teleport onto that minion. Lava does have his Realm Warp available here, so should be able to get out just fine. I think FREDIT BRION were really hoping maybe they could trade back, have those better respawn timers, and then go for an Elder fight. But Elder's up. T1 have ultimate control here. Baron is still up for them. There's one Realm Warp angle. It's not a good one. And by angle, I don't mean like the actual geometry of it. I mean like there is one way you could maybe win a fight is if T1 really drop the ball and you just randomly Realm Warp win.
They don't even know that they backed here. And okay, we're just starting Elder. And I mean, they have a lot of damage, right? They have this Rise, they have this Xayah.
They have a choke point.
And
Faker no flash.
Yeah, they're trying to get in there. The counter barrage is here, but this is a free Elder to FREDIT BRION?
Umpty doesn't smite it? And T1 don't show up?
Yeah, that must have been it, as I felt like even the 4 of T1 were going to be enough, but they decide not to go for it, trying to wait it out, as now Elder against Baron.
Just going to try to knock them away for this turret. It's bounties coming through.
It's a couple of them. That's the bounty as well. Now, this Elder, it's, you know, it's not the longest. They're also up against 4 Drakes still the Mountain Soul. The Baron power play is not much of a power play, though, because they're down 1,300 after the entire circus that we did just have. 1,000 gold in bounties actually collected here as T1 pushing forward, but they do not know. The follow-up is coming in, and Owner is left to die again. Not much they could do about that one. The Elder, as you mentioned, 30 seconds still. It is just one kill, though.
It's wild how many times. Now, honestly, 3 of these 4 times that Owner has died has just been FREDIT BRION ready to punish him because he's been kind of greedy. And another time he is punished. Umpty.
Okay.
Trying to bait him in.
Yeah, the red buff taken as Zeus is a monster, but so is Morgan doing a lot of damage here with this Elder. Only 8 seconds on it, though. Trying to get some value out of this Elder Drake. Not the cleanest fight. They will trade the Poppy for the Nautilus as the saddest golf claps I've ever heard after that play.
I mean, the T1
lose the Baron now, or rather the Elder Drake after that. It is difficult now to engage onto the FREDIT BRION comp. They're kind of hoping that FREDIT BRION are the ones to make the play, looking to chip away at the structure, as here they do, and that's the damage. That's all you gotta do. Just sit, wait for someone to approach you, land your CC, and let Zeus and Guma do the damage.
Yeah,
they
this
do
is
exactly
a death ball.
that.
It's a death ball comp, and unfortunately for Delight, he doesn't hit his stopwatch here. Doesn't survive. And that should be the Elder going over to T1. They could just pull it back.
Umpty over the wall. The damage just stopped. The steadfast presence there. He flashes out, stops that one, but they're trying to take the fight. Our T1 Owner going deep here onto the Xayah, but he can't quite get the damage down. They finally get into that back as now Zeus is there too. And that will be the triple kill for our top laner from T1. They finally are able to break through the iron wall that was FREDIT BRION, and now that might just be the game.
Yeah, if Umpty has ult there, maybe there's an angle. If they could turn this into a 4v3, but it's not enough. There's no Rakan in this fight, and without him, it's just not a great angle to turn. 30 seconds on Hannah, 40 on Lava. There is no way you are going to defend this, Morgan and Delight. Delight's ult is coming up, but they could just walk at it. And then once the charms wear off, just be happy to end the game.
Nice try. Okay, well,
like I said.
Nice try. Good effort, I suppose. Yep, Morgan going to be the last one here on the Mega Gnar duty, but I suppose he'll get a kill on the Faker. And that's about it. Umpty, not enough damage to clear any of this. As T1 going to be playing with their food here a little bit. They finally take down the Nexus and finally take the series 2-1.
And not one player on T1 looks happy after this win. It was a